What's up, everybody? I mean, nobody, because nobody's here. I wonder why that is. Anyway, looks like I'm flying solo, so whatever. This is Get to Know. For everybody who this reaches, I hope you get something positive out of it. Let's raise awareness and let's put our foot down on pedophilia, you guys. Stop. Stand tough on pedophilia. Yeah, I put a notice out for this live hours and hours ago, so I was kind of hoping there was going to be somebody here, but there's not one person here. So, but anyway, that's not going to deter me from my mission and what I'm here to do and what I want to do. Yeah, so you know what? I'm going to actually do this morning. I'm still going to stick to the scheduled program that I got. But I just want to say that I am sick of showing support for other channels and other creators when I don't get it back. I'm just saying, like, you know, I'm not naming any names or any shit, but I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. But, you know, I mean, everybody I'm subscribed to, I support 110%. I watch as many of their videos as I can and take part in their chat as much as I can, for the most part. And just saying a little bit of return love would be great. You know what I mean? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. But it is what it is, I guess. I'm actually going to play another song. Real quick. Keep me all jacked up in my mood, you know? I'm looking kind of peaky today. I'm just kidding. This song right here, especially the second verse, if you're a pedophile, listen to the second verse really closely. Listen to the second verse really closely.
Expressed in this record are those following views and opinions expressed in this record are those of Crackavelli the Don and solely Crackavelli the Don. They do not represent Jason Winfrey nor Haystack Inc. in any way. With that said,
there's a little bit of evil in all people, but in some people there's a little more evil than in most people. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. There's a little bit of evil in all people, but in some people there's a little more evil than in most people. I'm one of those people. Look up in the mind, I gotta get mine. I'm just doing my best, I will not rest. I got shit on my chest and I'ma die grinning. I'm really me, I'm not pretending. Took lumps and bumps, cuts and bruises. For stories about everybody loses. I'm so sick, you know, toothpick, nothing I can't fix with an ice pick. Right quick, so slick, they won't find a trace. Not a hair, not a print, no DNA. So they put him on the TV and say that he's missing, but I happen to know he isn't. He'll get found by an old man fishing. What happened when you toy with vicious ambition? I'ma get this. And if you try something, you gonna make a murder out of motherfucking robbery. Do I sound like a patient man, like somebody you can just play with and get away with it? Y'all for a minute, let this shit cool off. I tell you what, you call your boys, I'll reach out to Vegas, maybe New York. Talk to the trench coat after dark. Drop the chorus. Now, really pay attention to this next verse, okay?
But in some people, there's a little more evil than in most people. I'm one of those people.
I just gotta pause it every once in a while like this so I don't get copyrighted. I know Haystack wouldn't copyright me anyway, so much love, Haystack. CWB for LIFE, baby.
I'm one of those people. There's a little bit of evil in all people, but in some people, there's a little more evil than in most people. I'm one of those people.
What else? I got a problem, B. I'm not wrapped too tight, something wrong with me. When I think about a dude touching my daughter, I think about the whole crew fucking his mama. I think about the duct tape, torturing, butt rape, the person with a door for touching my babies. Rap cats wanna talk about Z's, take it from me, bitch. The M16s, I'm a daddy's bitch. You a counterfeit. In front of my kids, I'm a lunatic. You're wasting your time trying to blah, 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 blah. I don't see a way to fix the shit. Put yourself in a predicament.
When you mention shit, you should have mentioned trick. Now you think about it, and you resent the shit.
When you resent it when you're laying on the cement, bitch. You resent it when you're laying on the cement, bitch.
But in some people, there's a little more evil than in
That's a warning to all pedophiles right there. You're gonna end up laying with on the cement, bitches.
I'm one of those people. There's a little bit of evil in all people, but in some people, there's a little more evil than in most people. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. Killers don't consider the fact your kids in the back or in the passenger. They just blast you. 2 shells out of a shotgun. What up, though?
Hey, that work's done.
My enemies.
Gotta pause it for a second.
No sympathy if they caught me with Goose, Gotti, and Kennedy. I've changed. I take this war shit real, cause I done seen a bunch of good dudes get killed. These young dudes will blow you out of the frame like, come on over here, get out of the way. Okay, if you wanna play, but them AKs are so yesterday. Yeah, just keep on running your mouth. You be the first on your block with a convertible house. I can get it, but so can they.
The white boy just won't go away.
There's a little bit of evil in all people, but in some people, there's a little more evil than in most people. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people. There's a little bit of evil in all people, but in some people, there's a little more evil than in most people.
Anyway, yeah, this is great. This actually ought to be a pretty good live. I got nobody here in the chat, so no extra distractions, I guess, you know. So, without further ado, everybody, I'll get on track here. Okay, so all these cases I'm going to be talking about today have been recently updated. Some of these were posted yesterday. And they get older as all go. But today we're going to cover states all the way from Washington, D.C. to North Carolina to there's a lot of them. But this first one, I'm actually going to I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to pull up the actual indictment from the federal grand jury, and we'll break that down on what exactly this motherfucker did. So, DC Department
of Youth Rehabilitation Services employee charged with sexual abuse. Did you hear me, folks? A Washington, D.C. Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services employee is charged with sexual abuse. So, babe. So, DC Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services employee charged with sexual abuse. Kelvin Powell arrested. Washington, D.C. Kelvin Powell, 61, an employee of the D.C. Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services, is charged by indictment unsealed today in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia with sexual abuse of and abusive sexual contact with a minor in his care. FBI agents arrested Powell yesterday morning. The indictment and arrest were announced by United States Attorney Matthew M. Graves and Assistant Director in charge of the FBI's Washington Field Office, David Sandberg. The Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services, DYRS, is the government agency in the District of Columbia responsible for the supervision, custody, and care of young people detained while pending charges for a delinquent act. So, juvenile corrections officer, basically, right? Right. Okay, got it. According to the 8-count indictment, between December 2021 and February 2022, while employed as a youth development representative at the DYRS, Kelvin Powell sexually abused a minor, person A, who was detained and residing at the facility where Powell worked. Powell is charged with 4 counts of sexual abuse of a ward and 4 counts of abusive sexual contact. Each count of sexual abuse of a ward carries a maximum possible penalty of 15 years in prison. Each count of abusive sexual contact carries a maximum possible penalty of 2 years in prison. Powell was first arrested in March of 2022 on charges of sexual abuse of a minor filed in D.C. Superior Court. The investigation remains ongoing. Anyone with additional information about similar conduct involving Kelvin Powell or others is encouraged to contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI or 1-800-225-5342. The indictment. What's up, Ella? So, this is the actual indictment. It's an 8-page indictment. I will do my best to speed reading through it, so you guys get the gist. Shit, Outlaw, I was beginning to think everybody abandoned me all of a sudden. Okay, so the indictment reads, United States District Court for the District of Columbia, holding a criminal term, grand jury sworn in on November 18th, 2022. United States of America versus Kelvin Powell, defendant. Grand jury original criminal number. Violations. Sexual abuse of a ward, 18 U.S.C. 2243 subsection B, counts 1 through 4, and abusive sexual contact, 18 U.S. Code 2244 subsection A, paragraph 4, counts 5 through 8. General allegations. At all times, material in this indictment, except as otherwise provided. 1. The Department of Youth Rehabilitation Services, DYSR,
was a local government agency in the District of Columbia responsible for the supervision, custody, and care of young people detained while pending charges for a delinquent act. The Youth Services Center, YSC, was a DYRS-run detention center responsible for the care and custody of male and female youth. The center is located at 1000 Mount Olivet Road, Northeast Washington, D.C. 3. Youth Development Representatives, YDRs, were DYRS staff responsible for the supervision, custody, and care for youth detained in YSC. In addition to its local law enforcement obligations, YSC detained individuals at the discretion of and pursuant to a contract and agreement between the United States Marshals Services and DYRS. Defendant Kelvin Powell is a 62-year-old male employed as a YDR at YSC. Person A was a 17-year-old female detained and residing at YSC under the custody and supervision of DYRS. Count 1. Sexual abuse of a ward. Paragraphs 1 through 6 are incorporated herein. On or about December 2021 through February 2022, the District of Columbia, the defendant, Kelvin Powell, while in a prison, institution, and or facility in which persons are held in custody by direction of and pursuant to a contract and agreement with the head of the federal department or agency, knowingly engaged in a sexual act with person A, while person A was in official detention and under Powell's custodial, supervisory, or disciplinary authority. Specifically, Powell's penis penetrated person A's vagina, however, so slightly. In violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 2243, subsection B. Count 2. Sexual abuse of the ward. Paragraph 1 through 6 are incorporated herein. On or about December 21st through February 22nd in the District of Columbia, the defendant, Kelvin Powell, while in a prison, institution, or facility in which persons are held in custody by direction of and pursuant to a contract and agreement with the head of any federal department or agency, knowingly engaged in a sexual act with person A while person A was in official detention and under Powell's custodial, supervisory, and disciplinary authority. Specifically, Powell made contact between his mouth and person A's anus. In violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 2243, subsection B. Count 3. I'm not going to read through all of it. It happened on the same day. And detention under Powell's custodial, supervisory, and disciplinary authority. Specifically, Powell made contact between his mouth and person A's vagina. In violation of Title 18 United States Code, Section 2243, subsection B. Count 4. Sexual abuse of ward. I'm not going to go over the same dates. It's all the same date. With person A, Powell knowingly engaged in a sexual act with person A, while person A was in official detention and under Powell's custodial, supervisory, and disciplinary authority. Specifically, Powell made contact between his penis and person A's mouth. United States Code, Title 18, United States Code, Section 2243, subsection B. Count 5, abusive sexual contact. Happened around the same time.
Specifically, Powell intentionally touched person A's body with his genitalia with the intent to abuse, humiliate, harass, degrade, and arouse and gratify the sexual desire of any person. In violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 2244, Section A, Paragraph 4. Count 6, abuse of sexual contact. Same time frame. Powell intentionally touched person A's genitalia with his hand with the intent to abuse, humiliate, harass, degrade, or arouse and gratify the sexual desire of any person. Title 18, violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 2244A, subsection or paragraph 4. Count 7, abusive sexual contact. What's up, Batgirl? Powell intentionally touched person A's breast with his hand with the intent to abuse, humiliate, harass, degrade, and arouse and gratify the sexual desire of any person. Violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 2244, subsection A, paragraph 4. Count 8, abusive sexual contact. Powell intentionally touched person A's buttocks with his hand with the intent to abuse, humiliate, harass, degrade, and arouse and gratify the sexual desire of any person. Same title, same sections. So this person, this piece of shit parasite who literally could do whatever he wanted because he has these children's freedom at his fingertips. Abused this young lady, and I give her kudos for speaking up. Really, I do. This man was this parasite was somebody who people are supposed to be able to trust, look up to, and lo and behold, he's a parasite. So that's parasite number 1 that we are going to cover today. All of these that I'm going to read today are off of the FBI database. Okay. So, like the title said, from Washington, D.C. to North Carolina. I'm not going to go in that order, but we'll get there, I'm sure. This one is horrifically disgusting. Okay. They did not attach no indictment on this one, so I won't be able to read that out to you guys. But if I happen to find it, Robin Banks in the house. What's up, brother? What's up, brother? I know you'll get up here and talk about these parasites with me. So, Robin Banks, click on that link, bro. I'll bring you up on panel with me. Farley man pleads guilty to sexually assaulting 3-year-old victim to produce and distribute child pornography. What up, Robin in the Banks? Jackie fucking Cunningham. What's up, girl? I'm so glad you're here. Oh, just wait until just wait, Batgirl. Wait till I get into it a little bit. It's really gonna make your fucking stomach turn. What's up, Jackie Cunningham? Jackie fucking Cunningham, JFC in the house. I dropped my link in the chat if you want to come up. Anybody wants to grab the link, come on up. Kansas City, Missouri. A farting Missouri man pleaded guilty in federal court today, or yesterday, to sexually assaulting a 3-year-old victim to produce child pornography and distribute it to others through the Kick application. All right, Robin. At least I appreciate you being here supporting me, bro. Yeah, Batgirl. It gets even worse. It gets even worse, man. Andrew J. McCarty, 36, pleaded guilty before U.S. District Judge Brian C. Wims to 2 counts of producing child pornography and 1 count of distributing child pornography. McCarty remains in federal custody without bond pending his sentencing hearing, which has not yet been scheduled. McCarty communicated with individuals through the Kick application beginning in January 2022. Yep. I don't even say lethal injection. I say 47-cent crime or 47-cent sentence. You know why? Because it costs about 47 cents to make a 9mm bullet. McCarty communicated with individuals through the Kick application beginning in January 2022, using a screen name to indicate he was willing and able to produce child pornography and distribute to other persons. McCarty produced 19 images and videos of child pornography involving a 3-year-old child victim on February 11th and February 12th, 2022. Most of these were created live, meaning he was recording himself actively sexually abusing the child victim while communicating with other persons over Kick and sending those images and videos to them during the abuse. And he's only got 4 charges. Hell yeah, Jackie, our work is never going to be done. That's for damn sure. On March 5th, 2022, McCarty created another live video during his sexual abuse of the child victim. McCarty didn't know he was communicating with an undercover law enforcement officer through Kick. McCarty told the undercover officer he had been doing these requests on Kick for a couple of years now. The fuck? And discussed how to sexually abuse a child. During this conversation, McCarty sent the undercover officer a screenshot of a chat he was having with the Kick user he produced the video for, in order to prove he had created the video live. On March 6, 2022, On March 6, 2022, law enforcement officers executed a search warrant at McCarty's residence. The entry team attempted to take control of McCarty near the entrance of the residence, but he resisted, initially holding a firearm as officers entered. Love you, bud. As officers entered, McCarty was brought out into the yard, where he continued to resist before being handcuffed and placed under arrest. McCarty attempted to hide his iPhone in the bedroom closet, but officers found the phone and seized it in order to conduct a forensic investigation. McCarty's Kick account included, okay, listen to this. That's what I hear. Yep. McCarty's Kick account included 218 images and videos of child pornography. McCarty sent 58 separate videos and images of child pornography to other Kick users and had received more than 200 images and videos of child pornography from other Kick users between January 2nd and March 7th, 2022. Under federal statutes, McCarty is subject to a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years in federal prison without parole, up to a sentence of 80 years in federal prison without parole. The maximum statutory sentence is prescribed by Congress and is provided here for informational purposes, as the sentencing of the defendant will be determined by the court based on the advisory sentencing guidelines and other statutory factors. A sentencing hearing will be scheduled after the completion of a pre-sentence investigation by the United States Probation Office. This case is being prosecuted by Assistant U.S. Attorney Kenneth W. Borgrano. It was investigated by the FBI. So this parasite had over 400 images that he sent out over 200 images and videos, and he received over 200 images and videos of child pornography, and he's only facing 3 charges. He should be facing 1 charge for every picture, every video, all of it. He should be facing the death penalty. Execute this motherfucker on the spot. You don't need a court case. You don't need a court trial. You don't need to go to court. You don't need to get sentenced by a judge. Give me the motherfucking gun and I'll do it myself. That's what he deserves. I heard top boss of PlayStation has just been arrested for it. I wonder how many kids have sent V-Bucks in swaps for nudes. Wow. Who knows? Okay. Come say hi real quick. Come on. Come say hi real quick. Say hi to everybody. This is my grandson. This is one of my grandson. This is my grandson. Ouch. Oh, yeah. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Right here. Look, right here. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi right here. Oh, yeah. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. Okay, now get out of here. Go on. Go on. Raleigh County man sentenced to 30 years in prison for child pornography crime. Beckley, West Virginia. Thomas John Mills, 37, of Beckley, was sentenced today to 30 years in prison, to be followed by a lifetime of supervised release for production of child pornography. Following his release from prison, Mills must register as a sex offender. According to court documents and statements made in court, Mills admitted to coercing a 15-year-old minor female to engage in sexually explicit conduct, including masturbation and the lascivious exhibition of her genitals, between March and October 2020, for the purpose of creating images and videos of this conduct. Mills had the minor take pictures and videos to send to him, and also had her participate in live video chats where he told her to engage in sexually explicit conduct. The court described the case as one of the worst set of circumstances it has seen. United States Attorney Will Thompson made the announcement and commended the investigative work of the Raleigh County Sheriff's Office and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Violent Crimes Against Children Task Force. United States District Judge Frank V. Volk imposed the sentence. Assistant United States Attorney Jennifer Rada Harold prosecuted the case. Yeah, I didn't. I was wondering that too. I didn't catch that if it was a fixed sentence of 30 years or if he was just sentenced to that and then they're going to let him out in a couple years. So I won't get my hopes up for the latter of the two. I already covered this one, but I'm going to skim over it again. What's up, Charlotte's Webbing? Robin Banks. Former Newport News police officer sentenced for sexual exploitation of a child. A 16-year plus veteran of and former sergeant with the Newport News Police Department was sentenced today to 25 years in prison for the sexual exploitation of children and receiving of child pornography. According to court documents, Michael Nicholas Covey, 39, of Newport News, used the child to engage in sexually explicit conduct for the purpose of producing a visual depiction of such conduct. In a separate investigation, child sexual assault images were found on a convicted sex offender's electronic device on sex offenders' electronic devices in Cincinnati, Ohio. Those images were submitted to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children in Alexandria. During the analysis of the images, NCMEC determined that the images may have been produced in Newport News. NCMEC forwarded the information to the Southern Virginia Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, which, in turn, contacted the FBI. Agents with the FBI were able to identify the child depicted in the images. Further investigation led the agents to the defendant, Michael Nicholas Covey. He was arrested on a federal criminal complaint on Friday, June 10th. According to court documents, Covey was originally indicted in June 2022 on these counts of sexual exploitation of a child. Law enforcement later discovered an additional cellular phone belonging to Covey that he had concealed in a container in the back of his patrol vehicle. New evidence on his phone led to additional charges of sexual exploitation of a second minor victim, as well as receiving and possessing of child pornography counts in a superseding indictment filed in July 2022. Covey also received a sentencing enhancement for obstructing justice. Covey pleaded guilty to 2 counts of sexual exploitation of a child and 1 count of receiving of child pornography last September. Jessica D. Aber, U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, and Brian Dugan, Special Agent in charge of the FBI's Norfolk Field Office, made the announcement after sentencing by Chief U.S. District Judge Mark C. Davis. Newport Police Department provided significant assistance in this case. Assistant U.S. Attorneys Lisa McKill and Peter G. OSYF prosecuted the case. I wonder if this has got an indictment attached to it. It don't. And that was a police officer. Probably let him out after 2 or 3. He'd be lucky to do 5 years. Hope they get some treatment in jail. There is no treatment for these guys, Batgirl. There really ain't. Sweet Rockin' Robin. What's up, girl? I'm glad you made it. Outlaw Trucker. Jackie fucking Cunningham. Outlaw. Jackie, so good to see you. You doing good. I'm happy to see you too, sweet Rocker Robin. Yeah, they more than pissed me off, Charter Swimming. That's for damn sure. I enjoy you being here. I really do. I really do. Here's a link to come up on the panel if anybody wants to come up, have a discussion. Okay. This one's for February 22nd. Rose, what's up? Oh, we're just going over some recent FBI cases for sex crimes against children. We covered prison guard for a youth prison guard, and we covered a police officer, and just another sick ass dude. I dropped my link if you want to stop in for a second, Rose. Say hi. Widow, what's up? I've been wondering about you. Okay. Man pleads guilty for sexually assaulting a 14-year-old and strangling a dating partner. A man who sexually abused a 14-year-old victim and later assaulted his then girlfriend has pleaded guilty in federal court, announced U.S. Attorney Clint Johnson. Andrew Don Rector, 32, of Kiefer, pleaded guilty to sexual abuse of a minor in Indiana County and assaulting of an intimate/dating partner by strangling and attempting to strangle in Indiana County. In his plea agreement, this is what I don't agree with. I do not agree with plea agreements when it comes to pedophiles. If they are in court for these crimes, they should not get no plea agreement. After all, their victims don't get no plea agreement. So, yes, indeed. In his plea agreement, Richter admitted that on August 15th, 2020 to August 16th, 2020, he sexually abused a 14-year-old victim while she was at his home. Officers dispatched to locate the teenager, who was reported as a runaway, discovered the victim in the defendant's home. Law enforcement were able to prove the sexual assault after interviewing the victim and analyzing DNA evidence. Rector further admitted that from May 3rd, 2022 to May 4th, 2022, he strangled his dating partner. During the domestic violence assault, he strangled the victim multiple times and also threatened to kill the victim and her family. The FBI and Muskogee Nation Lighthorse Tribal Police Department conducted the investigation. Assistant U.S. Attorney Julie Childress and Sementra Williams are prosecuting the case. Again, that one unfortunately doesn't have no indictment attached to it either. Yep, so many stories. And they're just going to keep getting more and more and more. Too many. There's too many of them going on. Too many stories. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate you making the comment. Sugar Glider Char says hi. I know. Hey, Sugar Glider Rose says hi. Sugar Glider, good morning, sweet rockin' Robin. Jackie Cunningham, how are you? How are our Scottish shores? Probably a lot more protected than ours. Team Rose, that's my brother Roach right there. Robin Banks in the house. You know, cooking with abs. I have to see your live. You go, girl. Can you share a link? Absolutely. If you got a wrench, you can share a link. Thank you all for your support. Absolutely, Rock. Absolutely, Char. Absolutely. Robin Banks, I think Team Rose is kind of hot on you, bro. I'm just saying. Jackie, hi. I didn't see you. Sorry. Sweet Rockin' Robin, hello, hon. Charles Webbing, hand paint waving. What the fuck does that mean? Char, you're going to do very well. Bam. Rose just posted it. Too many Florida. Just got more. Yeah, Sheriff Grady. Him and his task force took down another 30 people yesterday. As a matter of fact, they're in Florida. So Sheriff Grady's kicking some fucking ass for us. Hell yeah, Grady. I'd like to get him up here on panel, have him talk about some stuff. That'd be great. Rose, the shores of Scotland is muddy with the tears of the losers, but our side is hold up strong. We are not going away, that's for sure. Savages, baby. Fucking savages. Savages. Yes, please hit that thumbs up if you would like. Being in Florida with the amount of trafficking escapes me, so I know our sleazebag administration is allowing it. Look at Matt Gaetz. Disgusting. Robin Banks, Team Rose says, nice abs, bro. Yes, please hit the thumbs up. You know, there's a lot of trafficking going on all over the country and all over the world. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. It's so easy to transport. How would you know there's Charlotte's Webbing? I had to. Come on, Miss Trafficker. We all know about you. Come on now. Fucking stupid ass shit is that, dude. Usually it's a parent that takes the children. Yeah, well, not all the time. Our Scottish Jackie rocks. Jackie fucking Cunningham kicks some serious ass. I love Jackie Cunningham. I love ham too. Just saying. Yes, trafficking is all over the world, and it's up to us to stop it. Go us. We will clean this planet up. That's the hopes. Rose, one of our comrades had to go to the police station for an interview. Oh, which comrade was that? Will somebody grab my link and come up here and keep me company? Like, I kind of feel weird without anybody up here on panel with me. I'm just saying. Sad facts, it will never stop. You're right, Batgirl. It will never stop, but we together, standing together, we can definitely make a big change. We can definitely help save a lot of innocent children and people, man. I know DeSantis is involved, and there's water on 3 sides. Too easy, grab and run. Yep.
Jackie fucking Cunningham. All right, Team Rose, getting it in there. One video and one parent at a time. Yep, indeed. Indeed. Well, come and spend 8 minutes with me then, Rose, until your appointment. Come on, Rose. You can come spend 8 minutes with me. No, Limburger is definitely allowed. Robin the Bank says, all right. That's the stream.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Rose? It should be bringing you up. There we go. There we go. Here she comes. How are you, sweetheart?
Like the video. I'm in black. I was up there, but now I'm gone.
Let's try this one.
Hey, Batgirl.
I don't know why.
You could see me, but now I'm in black. Not sure what to do. Let's see. There I am.
Oh, there you go.
There? Okay.
There you go. There's your face.
There's my face. Oh, God.
Beautiful face is a face.
Fix me up quick. There's my face.
Okay, I'm going to do something real quick. Hang on 1 second, Rose. You are beautiful, Rose. I just want to let you know that.
You're so sweet. Aw, love you guys. All right,
just making sure I'm not
channel. Cooking with abs. Oh,
just making sure I'm not getting corn bomb here.
Rockin' Robin.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, babe.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Absolutely.
Happy Sunday.
Good morning. It's Saturday.
Saturday. That's it. You know, all week I cannot get the day right. You're
living in another realm.
Why did I think it was Sunday? I'll be all right. Tomorrow's my grandson's birthday party. Maybe that's why I have Sunday on the
birthday. Happy birthday, cutie. How old is he?
He's gonna be 3.
Aw. Oh, look at the doggy.
Kids are so special.
Oh, let me see. Oh, what's his name?
So cute. Hey, puppy.
His name's Noya because he annoys the hell out of you.
Noya, my cat is Rascal because
my daughter named him after my daughter named him after her. My daughter named him after her favorite
cute
anime character.
Your daughter knows how to name animals.
Hi, Shasta.
We're gonna get another one. We're gonna get another one and name him Para. So there'll be Para Noya.
Ah, sugar glider.
Oh, I love that.
Mwah, mwah.
That's good, huh?
I'm gonna bounce down because I gotta go get my card, but I can come back.
Okay, Rose.
Okay, I'll be back, guys. Love
I just
ya.
came up. I just came up here to say hi, Team Rose. Okay, I'm gonna jump down.
No, you don't need to jump down.
Can you hear me?
You don't need to jump down. Yep, we can hear you.
I got some things to do. I just wanted to jump up and say hi, Team Rose, but she jumped down as soon as I came up. So I'm gonna jump down.
What am I, Sharan? Am I chopped liver?
Oh, I didn't see you up here. I'm on my cell phone.
For you.
I'm telling you guys. The only reason why you guys don't like Limburger is because you haven't ate it yet.
It stinks.
It's the best cheese in the world.
He has another different type of layout. I'm on my phone and I don't see very well. I don't have my glasses on.
I don't see very well even with them on.
Yeah, so I didn't see. You weren't talking or nothing. I didn't know you was up here.
I'm up here because he
Oh,
was. I didn't know
okay.
Rose was coming up, and because she had a doctor's appointment, and Aaron needed company,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah, I get.
volunteered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need some.
Great.
Help
Yeah.
keep me on track.
Hello. 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 Well, hello to you guys. And I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
yes,
So
hello, of course.
I was very
Hell
proud
yeah.
of you going live, Shar. That was
hell yeah.
Well,
awesome.
thank you. Well,
Very
thank
proud of
you.
you.
Oh, there's some things
Congratulations
that I
and good
want
luck.
to. There's things I want to say, but it just doesn't come out. You know, it's kind of
Yeah,
like
We'll
you
get
get
there.
we know.
stuck. Like you forget.
It's our age. It's not kind.
What's up, Shasta
Yeah.
570? Shasta 570. Glad to see you here.
Oh, oh, Shasta's in here. Haven't seen her in a long time.
Yep. She pops in every once in a while whenever she catches one live.
Oh,
So did you see that I made it through another round in the barnyard last night?
Well, I didn't kick you out this time like I did the week before. I got it.
Last week when you were like get to know, I'm like, what did I do? Like
I
I
did
want to
you
stay in the
wrong. I
barnyard.
thought I was doing you right.
Oh, I know you had good intentions. It's all good. It's all good. It didn't
No,
count
you should
anyway.
be mad at me. You should put me in the corner.
well, I
Oh
kind
no.
of think that I kind of think the way that the directions are, it kind of like misguides you. Like you don't really kind of. I don't know. I think it's just not explained correctly in the directions that's written out.
Well, no, I had only been a part of it for like 5 minutes last week, so I was the one confused, and it's on her community tab. So, like last night, I actually understood. And see, Aaron, I didn't make a boo boo. My God, I felt so
Well,
bad.
no, well, she straightened it out last week. She didn't. I didn't get no votes last week or this week, so I'm good.
That was funny.
It was funny.
That's
I
a
was like, my
fun
face before. I
game,
was like,
though.
yeah, dude. You know what? It was such a great change to see people actually just having fun. For once on
Yeah.
YouTube, like everybody's out to fucking get people, and bad news, bad news, bad news, and fuck, I'm even part of the bad news tribe. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, shit. These stories I read about, it's not good news. You know what I mean? I mean, the good news is they're actually starting to get sentenced to some actual time in prison and shit. So I mean, but I mean, it's good to see some positive shit on YouTube. All I know is I've got my sights set on beating one person that lasted longer than one creator. I'm not saying any names, but one creator is only one creator is. I'm good. If I outlast this one creator, I'll be good. I mean, when it comes down to it, there's a couple creators in there that I definitely don't stand a chance with because they've got thousands of subscribers. You know what I mean? So I've got less than
You don't
200.
speak that into existence. You speak change into existence.
You're right. I didn't say that. Go back and rewind and delete that.
See, you
You
can edit
know,
the video later.
yeah.
Yeah, right.
You just keep working towards your goal of what,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, I definitely will not stop.
So
Like,
and so said this about you.
what's that?
I'm sorry, my phone just
Yeah,
glitched.
you
Can you
cut
hear
out.
me? Yeah,
I can hear you.
I gotta plug my phone in. Here we go.
Ooh, cheesecake.
My problem is like, people send me texts and screenshots and things like that. And that's my problem. Like, oh, so and so said this and so said that. I'm just gonna say, hey, quit sending me stuff. You know,
Yeah.
that's not my focus. You know, you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
For sure.
You
So
gonna
what'd you
make
cook
us
for
all
breakfast?
tired?
What'd you cook for breakfast for your wife?
Nothing. She cooked me breakfast.
Oh, man, you can cook. I didn't chat that
Oh,
night. but I saw you cooking and that looked amazing.
Which one, the Swedish meatballs or the spaghetti or the potato soup?
The spaghetti.
Yeah. You're not pretty good. You're not pretty good.
You can throw down some food, dude.
I can throw down some fucking food, man. I can cook some shit. I tell you what.
I love people who can cook. That's why I can't bake.
Oh, have you heard from Steppers?
I haven't heard from her today. No.
Shoot, while Team Rose was up here, you should have mentioned it. Shoot.
Oh, she's already been.
Does she know about her?
Yep, she does.
Yeah.
Yep. I talked to Caitlin.
Okay, good.
I talked to Caitlin yesterday, and Caitlin and Rose got together and sent a little something.
I think Rose sent her some money.
Rose sent Caitlin some money, and Caitlin sent it to Steppers, but I sent her some money too. So, from what I heard, but the power's not supposed to be back on. She said until 4:00, somewhere around 4:00 today. So,
I hope her and the kids and the husband, I hope they're doing okay.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so we don't need no address then. They'll be okay then.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean
that's right.
I mean, as far as I was planning on sending them, I was planning on doing an Amazon order for them.
Yeah.
So that's okay. Okay, good. They're getting their power on sooner than what we were. What?
We're not gonna let.
What was that?
Yeah.
No. So they're getting their power on sooner than what we thought. Okay, good. That's a good thing.
Hopefully. Most of them's not projected to be until Monday, actually. But she was saying she's keeping her fingers crossed for today. But who knows?
Okay.
Who knows how it goes?
We're gonna speak it out into the universe. She's gonna get her electricity today.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Can we put her?
Sure is.
Can we put her cash app?
500,000 people without power. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have we put her cash app in the chat yet?
No.
She probably doesn't even have internet, does she? How was she?
She's got her phone. They've been keeping their phones charged by their car.
Well, that's data. That's different than the internet.
Yeah. But
no, data has to go off powers as well.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I just want to say quickly, I got my card. It took 2 seconds. And I'm gonna go to this ice show up in Belfast. They got a whole ice show.
Oh,
so I might.
Oh, yeah.
See you guys live with me if I can get any internet. Maybe I'll show you all the.
Whoa,
ice
that would be awesome.
Yeah, right. It's their first one.
Yes, that would.
All right. Well, I'll do that.
My daughter went to one downtown. Yes, they're amazing. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Can't wait. They used to do it in a different town close by, but now they're doing it in Belfast. So I'll let you guys see all the cool things.
Are you gonna get with Richard?
You mean Richard Hart? What do you mean? Yeah.
Doesn't he live there?
No, he wants to come visit me because he grew up there, and his
okay. Never mind, Ned.
Yeah, he's gonna visit me in the spring. So, but I'll drive up there and then I'll show you guys. I'll get online and I'll show you guys around if it works out. So, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Or just do a video.
I'm gonna do a video. If I can't do it live, I'll take a video of everything and then I'll show you guys that way. But I'll try to go live. How long are you gonna be live, Aaron? You gonna be live for a while?
For a little bit longer. Longer.
Well, if you're still here, I'll try to come up and show you around. If not, I'll do a live from my phone. So, all right.
All right. About how long? About how long?
It's gonna take me a half hour to get up there, and I gotta go do some dump runs and some others. I gotta go to the post office, but it'll be about an hour probably, and then I'll be back up.
Okay. What, man? Okay.
Oh yeah, we'll go to your channel, Rose.
Okay, cool. I'll let you guys know
that
when
way
I'm back
you
on.
have it on your channel for future.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, great.
All right, love you. Mwah. Big kiss, guys.
Be safe. Be safe.
I'll be listening.
Love you, Rose. Thanks for stopping by, sweetheart.
Thank you, doll. Thanks for having me.
But Aaron, what I
Always,
was
Rose.
That would
really
be,
came up
yeah.
here
She should,
was
she should, she should put that on her channel so she has it for future. You know.
what I wanted to get your opinion on is on the subject that we were talking about, and I put it in the comments about Florida being one of the biggest 5 hubs for trafficking. And, you know, with the access of water through the Gulf or the East Coast or whatever, even going through Georgia, I believe there's underground tunnels. They have all this water. They could just jump on a boat, escape from. I believe Border Patrol is paid off. I believe our governor, I believe our state representative, Matt Gaetz, who is a Florida representative, he's up by like the Panhandle area, like Pensacola, like the tip of, you know, that side tip of Florida. And he's under investigation. And I thought it was weird how quick he got married, because I think she has information and you can't testify against a spouse.
Yep.
So you tell me how Matt Gaetz and everybody's sitting here, they're investigating him for human trafficking. He would need DeSantis's help as well as the rest. So you tell me, why is Florida one of the 5 highest? And I can't tell you the amount of alerts we get for missing children.
Well, it's because you're surrounded by water and only one way in. And one, you know what I mean?
Do
It's
you?
easy to make
Because I believe it's water and underground tunnels.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, if you caught if you caught my lives a little while ago, I was doing I did a live on all states numbers for trafficking for 2021. Or 2020, I mean, my bad. Did you guys see what state was the worst state of all?
No.
Washington, D.C.
Ah,
The District of Columbia is the worst place in the United States for trafficking.
so they're trafficking our children to foreign countries as
Bingo.
what, negotiations?
Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? But it's these fucking politicians. It's these fucking politicians, man.
How are we
What?
ever going to win against that when look how corrupt Florida is? How do you, as a citizen, that they can do whatever they want to you, how do you fight that?
We have to make them remember and realize who's actually fucking in charge of this country, and we have to make sure that our voices are fucking heard when laws are passed. You know how many laws in each state are passed every single year that nobody even gets to vote on?
Yeah,
Is that how
Yep.
laws are supposed to get passed?
But I
Exactly.
wanted to ask you a second part to that
Yep.
question.
Okay.
You know, I told you I was researching religious cults. Tampa has the biggest Scientology base
Yep.
out of all the, and I'm speaking, they're international. I'm not talking about just local in the States. I'm talking internationally. And it
Yeah.
seems the more research I'm doing seems to be leading me, like I think with the Summer Wells case, these churches and law enforcement and all of that is involved because it's big money. So why
Yep.
would you want to stop it?
Yeah. Like we got just people got to remember that there's power in numbers. Like even though
But
I'm
would
not.
you believe that the church has anything to do with it?
Oh yeah. Oh dude. Oh man. Like if you go from the highest ranking officials in the government all the way down to the lowest civilian, that's the order. That's the order it goes. Like you got your politicians, you got you know what I mean. You got your governors, your senators, your congressmen, your judges, your mayors, I mean all the way down. Police officers,
Oh
lawyers.
yeah.
judges, preachers, every fucking
We
word,
talked
man.
about this. Yeah, we talked about this a couple lives ago.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it goes to Boy Scout leaders. It goes to, I mean, you
Yeah, I
name it.
mean, yeah,
It's
I
anybody that
know.
has access to children. Anybody that
But
has
I
access
wanted
to
to see
children.
if Aaron thought maybe I was wrong,
Yep.
where I'm
Oh
noticing a
no.
link
Oh,
to
oh no.
churches
No.
and missing children
No.
and
Okay. Hold on.
government
Pause. Everybody's got to
officials.
pause for 1 second. Everybody's got to pause for 1 second. I have a super special guest in my chat right now. Crystal Raleigh. This is my sister. Um, she was, we were born almost exactly 12 hours apart. Our moms spent time in the delivery room or in the recovery room with each other. We actually met each other at birth, and then we didn't know each other for like 15 years until her and my sister became friends. And Crystal is like, I call her my big mama because she's my big mama. I love her. So please show some love for my sister, Crystal, in the chat, please. Thank you for being here,
Well,
big mama.
welcome, Crystal. I'm
Love
glad to
and
meet
light,
you.
Crystal. Love and light.
She made me the goddaughter of her firstborn child, and then
Oh, that's
subsequently
such an honor.
her firstborn child made me the godfather of her children. So I'm a great godfather. So that's cool. That's cool. And a
Oh,
grandpa. That's cool. So
Aw. See, that's
oh,
special. So,
see,
what
that's
kind
what
of
it's
religion
about.
are they? What kind of religion are they? That's special.
This is why
oh,
we
we
need to
just
save our children.
What's that,
yeah.
Aaron?
We didn't like do it in a church or anything. Like we just I'm her godfather. So
Oh, I see.
you know what I mean. So
Yeah.
I'm Catholic. We went through the whole
all right,
thing.
Robin Banks, love you, brother.
That's what we did, sweet Martha. We're all Catholic, so we did the whole, you know,
Yeah, the whole,
the whole
shebang.
God,
And
we had to
some of
wear
my
the
children,
babies had to wear the dresses and
yeah, some of my children still go to church, and my daughter even went to a private Catholic college. But I told them they could be whatever religion they want, you know.
yeah, and we only go to Catholic hospitals too. So
Man, they wouldn't tie my tubes. When I had two of my children in a Catholic hospital, and I was like, I want my tubes tied.
they do it now. You know why? How old were you?
23.
That's weird.
And my husband wouldn't sign the paper. He
That's
wouldn't
why.
give. And they said because it's a religious,
No,
it's a Catholic hospital, they don't believe in birth control or
no, that's not true.
sterilization. So I had to wait and go to another hospital.
That's not true. It's because your husband didn't sign the papers.
Well, they were given. Well, no, I knew I had to go to a different hospital to have it done.
Yeah.
Plus, on top of it, he wouldn't sign the paper. So,
Yeah. I was single and got my tubes tied at my Catholic hospital.
no, I was married and young and whatever, but that's how I ended up with 7 children.
Yep. I was single and got mine. I got mine tied at my Catholic. I had to wait. I had to wait 30 days. I had to sign a waiver and I had a
Yeah,
miscarriage and by that time I had already had 3 C-sections and I had
yeah. They
I
don't
had a
want you to
medical
have that many.
problem. Yeah, I had a medical issue to where I could no longer have children and this and
Well,
that. So I got my tubes tied and
but we have to save our amazing children and godchildren. And living in Florida, like, upsets me because I'm sitting smack dab in the middle of one of the largest human trafficking hubs.
yeah.
And as a regular everyday person, there's not a damn thing we can do about this.
Well, I mean, you really, I mean, it's just something that's just like, what Aaron has talked about before, and I've talked about, and a lot of people, you know, do you ever go to your council meetings? Do you ever go to, your town meetings? Do you ever vote? Do you, you know,
I'm very active.
yeah, I mean,
I vote every. I
that's
vote
the way
every.
to
I
spread
vote every.
that's the way to spread a word. But yeah, I mean,
You're
it's
right.
so easy. I mean, I
You're
don't
right.
know
You're right.
why my state.
So sweet Walker Robin, you just said that we can't do anything about it, but we can. Like we're doing something. We're doing something about it right now. We're doing something about it right now. Not on a grand scale yet, but we'll get there. We'll get there
No,
with
but the
every
work
single.
you do is amazing.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, and
Yeah.
I will do it until I draw my last breath, regardless of how many people I got behind me or not. I don't really beside me, in front of me. I don't care. I'll continue doing this until the day I die.
I wish we
So,
had more
Aaron,
people like you.
can I ask you a question, Aaron? So,
Absolutely, only
why
truth
is
is truth.
why is my state so high for human trafficking? Is it because of the highways? So easy to transport?
I think it's because they got a lot of trucker exports through there. You know what I mean? A lot of ports of entry and shit. You know what I mean? Whatever they call them.
We have the ports too here.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, I don't want to sound fucked up. You just got more sickles in your state than we do in other states. You know what I mean? Like that's
No,
what it comes down to.
I mean they get caught on the highways transporting though too. They make busts.
I mean, and that's good. That's good. I mean, it shows that your police officers are on task, on point and shit, and know what they're looking for.
Yeah,
and shit.
And I just is it because we have Lake Erie over here?
Probably a main shipping point between Canada and the States. You know what I mean?
So California is the biggest hub. Do we know the order? Not that it matters, but
I actually did a live a while back. And I put them all in order from first to 51st. California's up there a ways. Texas is up there a ways. I thought
Houston, isn't it Houston?
I thought Texas was going to be a lot higher on the list than it was, but
yeah,
Shasta, you are 100% on point. You nailed it, and I believe that is the biggest part of the problem.
What'd she say?
She said so many don't even believe it's happening.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's like
don't get a truer statement than that.
Yeah, there's so many people out there that don't have kids, and they're like, "Why the fuck do I don't have kids? Why do I care?" What the fuck do you mean? You don't have kids, so why do you care? Like, you're about as big as a piece of shit. If you say that, if you don't have kids and you think that kids aren't important, and you don't want to have kids, you're about as big as a piece of shit as a parasite is. And that's my opinion.
Or what about one?
Shasta is right.
What about ones that are accused? I'm sorry. What about ones that are accusing people of being human traffickers?
They're just below.
That is just plain sick.
Like, if you don't have any solid evidence, keep your fucking mouth shut. Like, something like that can literally destroy somebody's life. Bullshit, garbage, trash like that can literally destroy somebody's fucking life. Even if it's not true. Like, that's some bullshit.
What Shasta said should become, like the campaign slogan. So many don't even believe it happens. Like, when I said Shasta nailed it, you just can't nail it any closer.
Yeah. And unfortunately for a lot of people that don't believe, like, it's going to take somebody that they know personally or one of their children to be sexually assaulted and abused for them to realize that this shit happens every single day, thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of times a day. It happens every fucking day.
every 2 minutes in the United States, a child is being groomed to be trafficked in and out of this country. Every 2 fucking minutes in our country, in the United States of America, kids are being prepared and prepped to be trafficked out of this country. Every 2 fucking minutes, man. They don't just make these numbers up. I don't just come up with these numbers out of my head and say, hey, let's make a good statistic. These are facts, people. These are fucking cold, hard facts, man. Everything that I speak on this channel is 100% fucking fact. If you think for 1 second that you don't know somebody who has been sexually abused, you're fucking ignorant. If you believe for 1 second that you will not know somebody who will be sexually abused, you're a fucking ignorant human being. This is an epidemic upon epidemics upon epidemics, you guys. And it's only getting worse and worse and worse. Every single day that we sit here and fucking do nothing about it, it just gets worse, and it gives these fucking parasites more room to fucking roam and do what the fuck they want to do and harm our future.
When you talk to people, I know more people that have been are you allowed to say it?
You can say anything you want on this channel.
Essayed, you know,
sexually assaulted, yes,
who haven't.
Yeah. Like I was reading, like I left a nasty comment. I don't want to say nasty comment, but I left a good rebuttal argument with a website a couple of days ago who was putting out some, what they called facts of statistics when it comes to sex crimes. And they were saying oh my God. They're saying 1 out of every 15 females will be sexually assaulted in their lifetime. And 1 out of every 60 men, boys, will be sexually assaulted in their lifetime. That's such bullshit. That's so fucking.
Those numbers are way off.
It's way off. Like legitimately. My wife and I, my daughter had a friend over here a couple months ago. Her mom came to pick her up. We met her mom for the first time, and we're all standing outside on my porch. And it was me, my wife, my daughter's friend, and her mom. And out of the 5 of us standing there on the porch, 4 of us were victims. 4 out of 5 of us standing on my front porch have been sexually assaulted in our lives. So you tell me where the fucking numbers are at. You tell me where the fucking numbers are at. Where do these? It's because they're trying to cover the shit up. It's because they're trying to make pedophilia a normalized and accepted fucking behavior in this country and around the world. Mark my fucking words on it. I don't care if you fucking agree with me or if you disagree with me. I don't care. If you disagree with me, you're naive. You're fucking naive. That's all I have to say about that one. Like, they're trying to normalize pedophilia in our country and around the world.
I think they always have since back in the day, even when I was a child. They protected my offender, not me.
I don't think it's me.
What's up, Ella?
Hey, not much. What's up?
Outlaw, hi.
Well, you know,
if you want me to, I could show the map.
I would love that.
What's that?
Just hang on. If you allow me to, I'll share the map.
Okay.
What map? I'm still here.
Yeah.
What map?
Yeah. What map you talking about, Outlaw?
I think it's of the
child
the
trafficking area. I will show you.
I don't know if that's necessary, is it?
Well, what about the
All right.
people that don't know? Maybe a visual map will help them see.
Hey, I'm going to jump down, Aaron. I'm going to jump down.
Okay,
Aaron. You have a good day.
Okay,
I'm going to look for Team Rose's
Thanks for coming up.
her live. You're welcome. Any days. Bye, guys. You're welcome. Bye, guys.
I could drop down if you want to.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't see what the problem is. Char just gets kind of claustrophobic, I guess, in a way. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh no! Like, why
So.
was I supposed to be? I was going over to Rose's.
All right,
No,
go ahead and
we're all
click on
good.
my
We're all good.
map.
I don't know how. I don't see a map anywhere, bro.
Just
Oh, there we
just
go.
click on
Okay, I
just
see it now. I see it now.
click on my map and show it. All right, what I'm getting ready to explain to you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the hot red zones of child trafficking areas of the United States of America. This is the key interstates of 95, 75, 71, 40, possibly 80 in some areas. And you can see that I-10 and I-5 are the hottest areas as well. So, yeah, there's a lot of interstates that do travel across there.
Oh yeah.
Look at the East Coast, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, ain't it? And then if you break, and then if you add the National Sex Offender Registry onto that, oh my, the whole country should be is just covered in red dots, man.
Do you think
Yeah,
over
it'll be all
there
lit
it's
up.
because it's the border of Canada and they can cross over to Canada?
Oh yeah, I mean, like export them right out to Russia off the west coast. You know what I mean? Whatever they want to do, man. Down to Cuba, all around the world, man. It's disgusting, you guys. This is an epidemic of epidemics in our country, you guys. But this country's politicians want to focus on helping other countries out with money and focus on the national debt and focus on they got their priorities in the wrong places, man. Straight up wrong places. That's my opinion.
But this is the latest map that I found, according to the date.
Brian Harvey? I've never heard of him.
Jackie, can you maybe drop the link, or can somebody drop the link for me? That would be great.
What are the blue dots, Outlaw?
Those are lower level. Those are lower, but
Okay,
still high rates of traffic.
The blue,
abduction.
yeah, the blue is the lower levels.
Okay, I get it now.
Yeah, I could drop the link.
There's not one state.
All right, Crystal. I love you, big mama. Thanks for stopping by, sweetheart.
I just
there you
can't
go.
believe from Florida on up. That is crazy lit up.
It's disgusting, ain't it? And you got to take account. You got to remember, those are only from cases that they have busted. They only get those statistics and these numbers from ones that they catch. Like these aren't the ones that get. These aren't including all the ones that get by everywhere.
Right.
You have
How
to
many
remember that.
haven't been caught?
Yeah, twice as many, 3 times as many, 4 times as many. I guarantee it. If a child is, if every 2 minutes in our country, a child is being prepped to be trafficked, how many fucking children do you think it fucking is that are actually being trafficked in our country? Every 2 minutes, one is being prepped and heavily sought after to be trafficked in our country.
Definitely.
We're almost at 1 million registered sex offenders on the National Sex Offender Registry in America. Almost at 1 million. If you think that's all the sexual predators that are in our country, you're fucking crazy. If you add a zero to that, million and make it 10 million, you probably get closer to the actual numbers of how many sexual predators are really in our fucking country, if not more. And then if you take into account one of these parasites, let's say that they let's say they're 50 years old, okay, and they have one victim a year from the age of 15 until they're 50. How many victims is that? 35? 35? 45. 40.
Yep. 45.
45. That's if they have one victim a year. Now, I did a live a while back on a kid who was 13 years old. His stepmom caught him sexually abusing her daughter, his stepsister. And when the police arrested him and started questioning him, he admitted at the age of 13 to victimizing over 30 separate children.
Oh
At the
my
age of 13.
God.
At the age of fucking 13. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you take a full-grown adult who has intelligence, who has smarts, who knows the way around shit, who knows how to be sneaky and conniving and cunning, you know what I mean? And how to be a real fucking parasite. And you put, let's say he has one victim a month, okay? That's 12 victims a year. 10 years, that's 120 victims. 20 years, that's 240 victims. 30 years, that's fucking 260 victims. And on and on and on. The person who victimized me, went to prison one time. He's been a pedophile his whole life. His whole life. He's 70 years old, and I guarantee you he's still victimizing children right now.
Well, do you think that child at that age was just born that way, or do you think something happened to that 13-year-old?
That's my question. That's the biggest. That's the biggest thing right there. I will never believe that. I will never in my lifetime ever accept or believe or acknowledge the fact that somebody is born a pedophile. It's a learned behavior. It's a fucking learned behavior that is passed down from being a victim and making a choice to create victims. I was victimized for years and years of my life, and I am not creating victims. It's a learned behavior. I realized how it made me feel, and I don't want to do this kind of shit. Like, this is fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, it's a learned behavior that eventually will become an accepted behavior that will become a natural habit that these parasites will just consider it a special kind of love. Plain and simple.
I'll be right back.
Okay, Outlaw. Plain and simple. Whether you agree with me or not, it doesn't matter to me. That's my opinion. You are not born a pedophile.
That's what I always wondered. Like, was it just something you were born with? Was it you're a victim of it? Was it, like you said, learned behavior? You know, I mean, so if you think about it, then all the people we're walking next to, at least 1 out of 3 is a sex offender.
Exactly, sweet Rockin' Robin. You finally get what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. Okay, look. If you are a social person and you go out of your house and at any time during the day, if you have a job, let's say you work at a convenience store. Let's say that you deal with 500 customers in a day, okay?
That's what I'm saying. You know how many pedophiles you've just come across?
Exactly. The police officer that just pulled you over, the judge that just sentenced you to do time for having a bud pipe, the lawyer that just represented you.
You just voted for.
Exactly, Rockin' Robin. Fucking exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Before we know it, if we don't do something now, everybody, before you know it, every single fucking person that walks the streets in America will be a victim of a sex crime. Period.
Well, I'm just thinking.
It's inevitable.
Rationalize it out.
Yeah.
You got 3 people walking. At least one of them is an offender.
At least one of them. If you go out in the public at all in your lifetime, 75% of the people that you pass in a day, whether you know it or not, are either past sex offenders, current sex offenders, or currently sexually abusing somebody in their life at that moment.
We're working with these people. We're in
Yes.
the stores with these people.
Yes. Yes.
We're leaving
Yes.
people with our children that are
Yes. Yes. Absolutely, Rock and Robin. 100% fucking correct. This is how I look at it, okay? In America, we got blocks, okay? There's 4 sides to a block, right? In a city block, right? So on one side of the block, you got a victim. On another side of the other side of the block, you got a past victim. You got a current victim, a past victim, a victimizer, and somebody who hasn't been victimized. That's how you look at it. For every city block, there's one victim, one past victim, and one abuser. For every city fucking block in America. And one person who hasn't been victimized yet. That's how you look at it. If you think my numbers are wrong, if you think I'm fucking exaggerating, go do some research your guys' selves. I'm not saying this to you, Rock and Robin. Okay. If you think it's bullshit, if you think it's a joke, if you think my numbers are wrong, go do the fucking math for yourself. Go do the math
I'm a
for yourself.
researcher. If you think I'm not going to be researching, or like Jackie said, are you born this way or are you taught this way? I would, to me, that research would be interesting. What the studies show. And I believe you, though, that it's a learned behavior. I still like to look at the research.
Absolutely. And I encourage everybody not to just listen to what I'm saying. Do your own research. For me, shit really sinks in a lot harder and a lot more realistic to me when I do my own research. So go look up the numbers. Just go look up the numbers.
But look at people like me. My offender is dead, and I still can't say anything because I would never want to hurt his children.
Exactly.
So till this day, I'm still protecting his secret because my grandmother said, "You don't tell."
Yeah.
So I've had to keep it a secret since childhood. That
Right.
ain't right. So like you said, the numbers are wrong because mine's not reported in there.
Mine's not reported in there.
And how many other people that are going to be in the audience or on YouTube that we're in the chats with, how many of them are victims and how many of them are offenders now?
Yeah, exactly.
Is what goes through my head.
Exactly. It makes if you have any kind of humanity inside of you, it can't help but make you feel disgusted. It can't help but make you feel not trusting anybody, man. Like legitimately, you know what I mean? Male and female.
I have my issues from my experiences.
Exactly. So do I.
That.
Oh yeah. So do I. Like, you know, and let me throw this curveball at everybody, okay? I've said it multiple times before. Maybe people will catch on to what I'm actually saying. In the United States of America, any numbers, any statistics that you find on childhood sexual abuse only cover the ages from 12 to the day before you turn 18. They do not keep statistics on children under the age of 12 to birth in the United States, period. Flat out, point blank and personal. There are no statistics on it. You will not find statistics on it because they don't fucking keep track of them. So if there's a million children from the ages of 12 to 18 that are getting sexually assaulted every year in America, which the numbers are way higher than that. Okay. If there's a million from 12 to 18, how many more do you think there are from the ages of birth to fucking 12? The most popular age for to be a victim is the ages of 3 to 6. 3 to 6 years old.
I was gonna say maybe there's no research because during that age they're being victimized themselves.
They don't keep track of the statistics on. They don't keep track of the numbers on it because they don't want to damage the child anymore. Well, you know what? I would rather have my case be a statistic and be a number so people can actually see how bad it really fucking is in our country than not.
Oh, mine too, but you know, not everybody's wants that out there.
Right, but just be like they don't release like the ages of 12 to 18. They don't give the names of them. They're still minor children. They can't release names of them. All they are is a dot on a screen, a slash on a screen, a pencil mark on a piece of paper. It hurts nobody by keeping the numbers. All it does is benefit us to actually see how bad it really fucking is.
In somebody's lifetime, what do you think is the age that they are the most predatory?
I would say from the time if they're gonna be a predator from the time that they can get a hard on to the day they die.
Wow.
A predator will never stop being a predator.
I'm sorry. I like to pick your brain. I like to know.
Oh, you're good. You're good. I love my brain
can.
being picked. I love my brain being picked. So you're good. Like anybody's got any questions, throw them at me, man. I'll answer that shit right and left all day long. All day long.
I'm ignorant, and like Shasta said, I know what goes on, but you go about your everyday not really thinking about it. But now that I have the opportunity to speak to you and learn from somebody who is not only a victim, but has done the research, that has done the work, that can point me in the right direction for me to go research it some more. And I like to learn everything I can about any subject.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And don't ever say you're ignorant because you're willing to learn shit, Rockin' Robin. If you're ignorant, that means you're not willing to learn it. You're not willing to learn something new.
No, give me as much knowledge as you can, and I'm gonna soak that in.
Hell yeah. So how,
because it is real, it is happening. Yeah. And there's these little children we're looking at that are being abused and we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's a lady in the chat. I'm not gonna drop her name. She has a kid who came forward about being abused by somebody who she's supposed to be able to trust, and she is a little bit younger. She's 5 or 6, maybe 7 years old. I'm not going to give out exact numbers, but just the fact that this 5, 6, 7-year-old child came forward and told her mom about this shit that was going on is amazing to me. Like I wish I would have had the courage, the knowledge, the strength to come forward about my abuse, and I never did.
I sang like a songbird, but was silenced.
Yeah. See, and I was abused from the time the summer I turned 5 until right before I turned 12. And I didn't say one thing to anybody until I was 16 or 17 years old.
Well, when I spoke out against the people who offended me, I'm the one who got in trouble.
Yeah. See, now, okay. Shar says, how can a victim get help? There's all kinds of community outreaches a person can go to. There's the get to know community. We're always here to give advice to anybody who needs some. We're not therapists. We're not counselors, but some of us have real life experience in this, and we know some things that can help you get through it. Whether you're a victim yourself, a parent of a child who's been victimized, and you haven't been, if you're trying to figure out how to support your child with them trying to come to terms with their abuse and the realization that it doesn't have to destroy their life.
Starting counseling.
Yep. Started counseling. Reach out to somebody. If you're a parent, here's the deal. Okay. If you are a parent and you have kids and one of those kids come to you and say, so-and-so was doing such and such to me, believe your child.
Yep.
Believe your child.
Yep.
100% believe your child.
Yes.
There's less than a 0.3% chance that a child between the ages of 7 and the time they can start talking is lying about being sexually abused. If a child between the ages of starting to talk to 7 years old comes to you and tells you they're being sexually abused, they're being sexually abused.
And if they're in daycare, inspect their private parts very well.
Teach them. What my wife and I did is we taught our kids because my wife and I vowed to do everything we could to make sure our children didn't become victims of sexual abuse, because both my wife and I are both survivors / savages of sexual abuse. Okay. We vowed when we had kids that we would do everything in our power to protect our children from being victimized. So from the time we thought that they could literally understand the words that coming out of our mouth, we taught them about no-no squares. What are no-no squares? Girls got 3, boys got 2, basically. That's the gist of it. Okay. No squares. Hey, don't touch me there. That's my no square. The vagina area and the buttocks area. The breasts, the butt, and the vagina. Those are the 3 main no squares. From the time your kid can start comprehending the words that are coming out of your mouth, if you're going to have your child interact with, I don't know, somebody at daycare, an uncle, an auntie, a cousin, a best friend, anybody, if you're going to keep your kid not a hermit, you owe it to your child to teach them that.
I taught my kids age appropriate. You know.
Yes, you don't have to say, okay, this is the dick and this is you don't.
No, but like you, my husband and I, we wanted to make our children aware as early as they could understand.
Absolutely. And we told them straight up. Mommy's not allowed to touch you in your no squares. Daddies aren't allowed to touch you in your no squares. Brothers aren't allowed to touch you in your no squares. Sisters aren't allowed to touch you in your no squares. Doctors aren't allowed to touch you in your no squares. Period. Nobody. Those are no squares. That means no. Nobody touches you there. Period.
At a certain age with the girls, my husband didn't even want to put diaper cream on them. He said,
I never, and anybody can say whatever they want. They can say it was because I wanted to be lazy and yada, 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 yada. I never changed my daughter's diaper for that reason alone.
Yeah, he wasn't comfortable with putting cream on the girls. It wasn't that he was a bad dad or anything. He changed diapers. He fed them. He got up in the middle of the night, but sometimes I would go, they can go without the diaper cream, and he would change them then. But he had an issue with people, and no, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I never bathed either one of my kids. I never gave them a bath. I've never.
No, he gave them baths, because I had a lot of surgery. So
right.
He had
everybody's different, but I just didn't. I just didn't do it.
No, I get it though. I get why.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So Shasta 570 says, what is the solution, guys? What we're doing right now, Shasta 570, is the solution. You just got to keep in mind that we will never fully eradicate pedophilia in the world. Unfortunately, it's inevitable. It'll never fully go away. Just like murder will never go away, cancer will never go away, and people smoking pot will never go away. Okay? Never go away. It'll never fully go, but we can make a huge fucking dent in it. We can make a huge dent in it just by spreading the word of how bad it is. By coming here when I'm doing a live, by sharing my links in everybody else's chats that you guys go to, by spreading the word of Get to Know. Remember, this isn't just my channel, you guys. Everybody that's a member of this community, this is our channel. This is our platform to stand up and stand tough on pedophilia, you guys. This is our place to do it. The more people we get in here, the more voices we get, the more ears we have listening, the more voices we have speaking, the more people we reach, the more we're going to make an impression and demand a fucking change. I'm a firm believer that if you are a pedophile, in 90% of these cases, they should be executed. Most of them don't need a court case, don't need to go to court or judge. When you walk into when a detective walks into a house and they go into a basement and they got a sex dungeon built, and they find hundreds and hundreds and hundreds
of VHS tapes that are 8 hours long a piece, full of you sexually abusing different children and torture chambers, and they get on your laptop and you have millions of fucking pictures of children and videos of exploitation of children. Why do you need a court case? Why do you need to see a judge? You're fucking guilty. Give me the 9mm and I'll pull the trigger on them myself. That's it. If you start executing these motherfuckers for these crimes, it's going to go down majorly. Period. Whether you think I'm an asshole or a prick, I don't give a shit.
I think you're right.
Desperate times call for drastic measures. Start shooting people in the fucking forehead in their sex dungeons and see what happens. See what happens. Just out of nature of a human being, half of them are going to be like, fuck, I'm never going to do that again. If I get caught one time, I'm going to get my fucking brains blown out. I ain't doing it again. Because remember, it's a choice, people. It's not a sickness. It's not an illness. Sexually abusing a child is a fucking choice. Period. You don't do it out of nature or because you're born that. No, I don't believe that shit. I will never believe that shit. Period. When you sexually abuse a child, it's because you choose to. You choose to be a pedophile. Therefore, I choose, you should be shot. Period. Period. We'd have people lined up around the fucking blocks to take these parasites out. Period. People line up around blocks to do it. Imagine how much money this country would save on prison terms.
I have no problem taking them out.
There you go. I would sleep a lot better at night after one of them. Period. I would. Knowing that I did a child, an innocent child, a favor and stopped somebody else's child from being a fucking victim, I'm good. I do it all day long. I don't give a shit. Whether God wants to look at me sideways for it or not, I'll pull the trigger every time. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care.
Aaron, I want you to look into something because it bothers me here in Florida. For some reason, and this is where I've lived and my family lives, it's called Port St. Lucie, Florida. And it's on the east coast of Florida, the Treasure Coast. It's below Vero and Fort Pierce. For some reason, Port St. Lucie, and I gotta give the cops credit, man. They do awesome stings. But for some reason, men have, children or whatever, or teenage boys or whatever, and they're always getting nabbed in stings in Port St. Lucie. Like, what is with this town that, like, when Outlaw showed that map, like, I looked at Port St. Lucie and you couldn't even see it because it was so red. And I'm just curious as to why this beautiful family town and elder, retirement town, why is this one city so high in getting them from South Florida to meet them in Port St. Lucie, Florida? There's got to be something to it. Why pick that one city?
Shasta 570, I'm sorry that happened to you. Shasta 570 just said it with me. It was from 8 to 12, up to 12.
I'm so sorry.
You see, even her number, she wouldn't count in the statistics either.
Because she's under 12.
Bam! Bingo, bango, bongo. Right there.
See? Those numbers aren't a little off. They are way off.
They are monstrously off. Monstrously off. There's almost 1 million registered sex offenders in the country. There's almost 10 million that are walking the street, I guarantee it, if not more.
Is this what we want to be as people and as a society?
Yeah. Come on. Think about it, you guys. That's a perfectly good point. Is that what we want to be as a people in a society, you guys? Fucking come on, man. This isn't the 40s and 50s, you guys.
And this is America. We're not a third world country.
No, we're not. We don't trade our children for fucking for camels and fucking emus. You know what I mean? We don't. Like, we got morals, and we got a certain way of life, and protecting our children needs to be the fucking number one priority, everybody.
I'm sorry I have such a strong,
Oh, don't ever apologize on my channel for something like that, sweet rock and roll. Don't ever do it. You have
I know
nothing to be
I'm
sorry for.
asking you a lot of questions, but I'm just
you're good.
want to educate myself.
Absolutely. That's why I said don't ever call yourself ignorant, because you're not, because you're willing to learn. You're willing to learn. But I do have to hand it out to Sheriff Grady. That dude and his group of comrades that he's got going there in Florida, they're some fucking gangsters, dude. Just in the last week, they've taken out over 300 individual people in sex trafficking rings in the last 6 days.
Wow. See, that's what I'm saying. And in Port St. Lucie, they do these major stings, and they're very good at it. But it's still prevalent in that town, in that county, in St. Lucie County. And like, oh, okay, here's a good one for you. On your local weather, you have your weatherman. Well, we had Bill Kamal. You can look it up. Bill Kamal, he was on Fox News. He was our meteorologist back in the day. And he got busted in Port St. Lucie for picking up an underage minor for what purposes.
Yep.
And this was our weatherman.
Yeah. People that we tell our kids that they should look up to, inspire to be, trust, and cops, judges, lawyers, doctors, preachers, priests, bishops, congressmen, senators.
Your weatherman gets busted in Port St. Lucie for underage with a young boy, and because they were doing a sting, and he got caught up in the sting. And I remember sitting there like, how would you, if you look on TV and somebody you watch every night, you find out they did this, you're like, whoa. It's like,
Yeah.
it's hard to process. It really is.
Yeah. Shasta 570 says 5 people that were not family. So let me ask you this, Shasta.
5 people.
Do you think that you were the only victim of these 5 people? Do you think you were the only victim of these 5 people? Or do you think they had multiple victims? And if so, how many victims do you think they had? Then add that up and look at just right there. Those 5 people, I guarantee, had at least 10 victims apiece. At least 10 victims apiece. That's 50 victims just for those 5. Not 50 times for one person. 50 individual victims. Multiple times.
Well, this is just the time they got caught.
Exactly.
Imagine how many they did not.
Exactly. Fucking exactly, sweet Robin Robin. Exactly. Or as my wife and I can say, exactly. Exactly.
I hate to laugh during this, this subject.
You know what? I when I first started doing this, I tried to always keeping a straight face and keeping it 100% serious, but I can't.
You can't.
I can't.
Heavy.
This is so like, it might not seem like it to a lot of people, but it might seem like it's pretty easy for me to get up here and do this. But when I get off of these lives and I do these lives, when I get off and I'm done doing these, they're so draining. Like this is not an easy thing for me to do. No. It's becoming easier because I'm actually seeing some progress. I've actually received some emails from some people saying how just them watching a couple of my videos have helped them reach out to their kids, and how their kids have came forward with them watching, them letting their kids watch my video, my channel, the channel, you know what I mean, catching it and speaking up about it, you know what I mean? Hey, you know,
you can even do a certain night where you just teach parents on what to teach their children at each age.
Yeah.
That would help. That's progress.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a good idea.
That's awareness to parents and to children, and their bonding, and they're being protected. And that's another way to combat this.
Yep. And like, I think besides spreading the knowledge to people, the next and most important thing that we need to focus on is at a court level, at a judicial level. Far too often, one of these parasites will get caught. They go into a courtroom, and the prosecuting attorney is so fucking hungry to get a conviction that they make these fucking parasites a plea bargain. Well, if you plead guilty to this, we'll drop this charge and this charge and this charge. Well,
it's cheaper for the budget too to do that.
But you know what I mean? Like it's not right for this person who doesn't know me, who's just reading my case on a piece of paper, and they go to this parasite and offer them a plea bargain so they can get a conviction.
Every single time.
And it's bullshit. So the number one thing I would like to see change right now in our judicial system would be the removal of all plea bargains on all sex crimes in the court of law. Period.
Forget about it. Never gonna happen.
Hey, we never say never around here because
that's true. I'm not speaking that into existence. There is a possibility that could happen in the future. There we go.
Yes. But here's the thing, okay? Like the person who sexually assaulted me, I never got to see him in a courtroom. I didn't even get a press charges on him. I waited too long, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Now, let's say that I would have been able to face him in a courtroom, and he's facing this charge, this charge, and this charge. And then come to find out, I go up and I testify against him. And once I testify, the prosecuting attorney says, okay, goes to his fucking lawyer and says, okay, so if you do this, if you plead guilty to this lesser charge, we'll drop these two major charges for, like, why didn't you ask me? Did you ask me if I was okay with you asking them for a plea bargain?
I don't think anybody should get a break on any crime they commit.
No. Fuck no. No. They shouldn't.
But that's just me. I'm crazy. What do I know?
Hey, we're all a little crazy sometimes.
And they let them get away with it. And that's all those public defenders do is tell you plead no contest.
You know, and then see, here's the thing. See, I know a lot of bit about the sexual offender stuff, and I know a lot of bit about the court systems and how they work. Okay. Now I know for a fact that just because a prosecuting attorney approaches a defense attorney and offers the defendant a plea bargain, and that defendant accepts that plea bargain, the judge who is sentencing that case does not in any way, shape, or form have to accept that plea bargain. So the main problem lies within the judges. When the prosecuting attorney reaches over to the defense attorney and says, we'll give you this deal.
Yeah, I know the judge does not have to accept it.
Okay, there was a judge in my town. This was a case I just covered a couple days ago. In my town, a 20-year-old parasite, three victims over a course of 3 years. The judge sentenced him to 10 years of probation and 30 days in county jail because the judge didn't want this motherfucker's life to be ruined from going to prison for 10 years.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me? Judge
the judge should be recused and removed
yes.
absolutely. Do over.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Down here in Florida, it's disgusting. And
Um,
because of the weather, they commit crime, you know,
yep.
12 months out of the year.
Yep. So Charlotte's Webbing put a link in the chat.
Rain is good
Rain
organization.
is amazing. If you need any kind of advice, if you don't want to come here and talk about it, that is one of the best organizations / websites when it comes to sexual assault, of child abuse and whatnot. So yes, absolutely. If you have questions that you don't want to ask me or anybody else in here, go to rain.org. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely
Yeah,
amazing.
Rain is the top.
They are the top dog. They are the shit. They are the motherfucking bomb when it comes to this stuff.
They help you with everything.
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 Male and female. Male and female.
And that's the other problem. You know, males go through it and people think, oh, they're males. So, like, look at the teachers that prey on these young boys and all this. And yeah, you know, they make a joke. Every boy has a crush on his teacher or whatever. Well, the teacher should know better not to touch you. But look at the amount of men that have that secret inside of them. They haven't shared it, not with their wives or partner or anybody.
I know somebody who can speak on that from a personal point of view.
You know, I'm tired of everybody teaching our little boys, because I don't teach my grandson not to have emotions or shove them down. You know, I teach him how to, you know, at age appropriate, voice it and deal with it. But I'm tired of people telling little boys, oh, big boys don't cry, and
Yep.
you got to be a man. And you know what? Yeah, you got to be a man and acknowledge you have emotions just like women do. And men are not entitled to their feelings. And I don't care if women want to get mad at me for that, but nobody is considered that. And that's what makes even the abuse even worse. And it's not like it's a competition,
Yeah.
but I think the effects on a male that as a child I think suffers more than a female. And I hate to say, like, there's just some things you hate to say,
Yeah. No, I get it.
but
I get it.
it's still the truth. You have to call it out. And I
See,
think of all our boys and our men that have had to keep silent and living with the secret. It's awful.
yeah. See, now I can speak on both aspects of that. Coming from being a male victim, being victimized by a male for a lot of years, and being victimized by a female for one time, a teacher, just so you know, like I could speak on that. Um, yes, I was sexually assaulted by a teacher when I was young. Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately, at that time, it was more like high fives in the locker room. Yeah, I got it. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it's just because I didn't know any better. You know what I mean?
See,
And now
that's
I
what
would,
I mean. They say, oh, boys have crushes on their teachers. So he must have,
yeah,
look at the Laterno case.
yeah. So coming from my viewpoint, I'm not trying. Don't take what I'm about to say wrong, anybody, please, because I don't mean it in that aspect. But I would rather have been victimized for years by a female than been victimized by a male for years. Hands down, plain and simple.
I get that.
It's so degrading for me sitting here as a 43-year-old man right now today. I'm gonna get choked up on this. Me sitting here as a 45-year-old man, knowing that a man put his penis in my mouth and stuffed his penis in my anus when I was a child. Fuck that shit, man. You know what I mean?
Like that, it's a whole new level of degrading to me. I'm not saying it's like that for everybody, and I'm not trying to downplay any kind of any kind of sexual abuse towards anybody is wrong and should not be fucking okayed anywhere.
So
It doesn't matter if you're male or female. But
that is so fucking not okay.
yeah, it's not. It's fucking not, man. Like the things that giving somebody fellatio when I was fucking 6 years old.
I'm so sorry. Like like
You know, don't be, because if it wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. I wouldn't be sitting here with everybody, all these awesome ass people in my chat in this community. Wouldn't be creating awareness to what there was a reason when people say God works in mysterious ways. I find it just dawned on me. It just dawned on me. I know why I was a sexual. I know why I was a victim. Why I became a victim. I became a victim to do this right here. I became a victim to do this right here. And I'm okay with that. Because this is so much bigger than just me. It's not just about me. It's so much more than that. So I'm just saying, you know. But I appreciate you saying sorry though, sweet rock and Robin. I really do. But you're not the one that made me give you BJ when I was 6, you know what I mean? So you know. But on that note, I got to get something to eat. I got to check my blood sugar. I appreciate everybody being here. Government's calling it a disease. Yeah, fuck the government. They don't know what they're talking about. Most of them are stupid. I'm gonna bomb through the chat here real quick. Make sure I get everybody's chats up here. Remember, everybody, it's up to us to change the future for our future. If our children are our future, it's up to us to protect our children so we can protect our future. Right? I mean, it goes without saying. So I appreciate everybody coming here every time they do. We explain. Aaron is spot on.
I love to. That's why every time, like it popped up in my feed, you were live, and you know, I told you every time you go live, I come here to support you. 100%.
And I figured out why a lot of people haven't been getting my notifications. It's because I'm in Mountain Time Zone. So if I put it out to come out in an hour and you guys are 2 hours behind me, it fucks it up for some reason. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to start putting out, if I'm going to do a live, I'm going to give at least a 4 or 5 hour notice before I go live so everybody starts getting my notifications.
Yeah, because I really, really enjoy what you're doing. I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank you. And I know I've said this. A million times, but everybody that's here in the chat, everybody that watches these videos, everybody that views these videos after the lives are over, you guys are what gives me the strength to continue to do this. Because this is not by any means easy for me to do. It's so hard for me. I'm trying to deal with the abuse myself. I'm trying to create awareness, and I got to surround myself by this shit all the time. I'm always looking up cases. I'm always looking up statistics. I'm always surrounded by this shit. So I just know that it's going to do good for somebody, even if it's just one person. And I know it's more than one person already. I just know that it's not about me. It's not about me. And you guys give me the strength to keep doing this and the drive to keep going and doing this. So without you guys, get to know would not be possible. So to each and every single one of you, and to show you I'm serious, to each and every single one of you who watch my lives and come here and are part of this community, I love each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart.
I've got nothing but mad love and respect for every one of you. I appreciate the support. Together we can change the world, you guys. I promise we can.
We love you too, Aaron.
Thank you, Robin. I really
And we
appreciate it.
support you all the way.
I appreciate it.
And we thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
I'm
it.
gonna drop down now, sweetie, but I love
All
you.
right. Love you too, Robin.
Thank you for answering my questions like you did some serious education today.
Anytime. Anytime.
All
I'm
right.
happy to help anytime.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, sis.
Bye.
All right. Okay, there's a whole lot of chat in here. I'm not gonna say. I'm sorry, guys. I'm absolutely worn out. Thank you, Crystal, Jackie Cunningham. We are all learning still. There is just not one way to groom a child. That's right. There's thousands upon thousands of ways to groom a child. I haven't thought about that. Jackie Cunningham says this is going on worldwide. It's good that we can share our info and bring awareness. Absolutely. Outlaw Trucker says having a truck problem at the moment. Transmission oil cooler is leaking. That's shitty, bro. You guys show me support, so I'll sit here and I'll do this. Just so everybody can get their comment in, you know. It'd be wrong of me not to. Just remember that pedophilia is a real thing. It happens every day. There's somebody that is sexually assaulting a child right now as I am saying these words out of my mouth. As you go to eat lunch today, as you go to eat dinner today, as you're driving down the road today, just remember that there is somebody who is sexually assaulting a child right then. Every second of every day, somebody is being sexually assaulted in this country. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Some kids have been getting groomed to fetch their parents' credit cards and hand over the details on the card. They are using code words. I saw Summit last night about it. You should. I'm gonna put my email in the chat. Will you email me where you seen that at, Jackie Cunningham? I'd really appreciate it. I'd like to read that myself. Jackie, I suggest everyone to put 1 or 3-step verification on all cards on all my accounts. Okay. I get text. Yes. Shout it out loud. I will. I will, Chris. I will, Big Mama. You know that. You know that. There's one thing God gave me was a fucking loud ass voice to use it for something good. I respect you for being so open. Thank you, Batgirl. It's not easy, I tell you right now. Yep, I'm pretty sure he's going to hell myself. I definitely would not want to be any one of them on Judgment Day. And if you believe what the Bible says, if you go to my community page where it says the description of the channel, it says on there in the Bible, anyone who shall cause harm to a child should hope for a millstone to be tied around their neck and be sunk to the depths of the ocean. God himself says that. All right, Jackie Cunningham, I will. I'll do my best. I support you, Aaron. You are doing the right thing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Batgirl, keep doing what you're doing. I will. Like I said it earlier. I'll say it again. I will continue doing this until I draw my last breath. The last words I will probably speak out of my mouth, as long as I don't die in my sleep, will probably be, one child is one too many. Much love, respect for all of you. I appreciate you guys coming here and showing support. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Long gone. I didn't see you. I'm sorry. Long gone. Great discussion today. I was watching Aaron. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Long Gone, for being here. I really appreciate the support. Yep, it is an epidemic. Okay, we'll do, Aaron. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up for our host. I appreciate the shout out. Yes, prayers for Steffers. Absolutely. Lunchtime. Limburger time. Yeah. Yep. Ask Steffers. That's her Cash App. If you guys could Cash App her a couple bucks a piece, that would be great. She's kind of in a pinch of coming up with some food because no electricity, all their food went bad and shit, whatever, whatnot. Yes. So I appreciate you guys. If you could throw a help to our sweet Steffers, that would be great. If you can't, just words of encouragement are always great too. Yes. It's okay. I was lurking. Well, quit being a lurker and be a member of the community. Long gone. I don't care what other communities you follow, whether they like me or not, or whether I like them or not. Everybody is welcome here who wants to make a difference to this problem. Steffers is a member of the community. She lives up. I forget off the top of my head. They just had a huge ice storm. Over 500,000 people are out of power. They're not supposed to have power back until later on today, possibly Monday. No food. They barely got up enough money and shit to get some propane to keep their house heated for her and her kids, her husband. She was trying to come up with some money for some food. So that's her Cash App. If you guys could send her a buck or two, if everybody sent a buck that was in here today, that'd be 30, 40, 50 bucks. That would be great. I know a few of us sent her some money yesterday. She's just a man of the community. We love her. She's really important to all of us. And all I know is if you were a member of this community and you were in her position and you approached me about the same situation, I would make sure the community helped you out as well. So just remember that. Yes. And I look forward to providing everybody with more content as well. With that being said, my stomach's growling. I'm a fat kid. I need to get some cake. My wife made brownies for breakfast, so I love her for that. So breakfast is calling, guys. All right. Remember, one child is one too many. All children are safe, happy, and healthy on this planet. We object to bullshit. Team Rose, Charlotte's Webbing, Batgirl, Long Gone, Sugar Glider. I fucking love you with all my heart. You are my savior. You are my one wonder in the world, babe. You are my driving force to be a better man every single day, and I fucking love you for that. Outlaw Trucker, Sweet Rockin' Robin, my sister, Crystal Riley, Big Mama, Robin Banks in the house, baby. This is Get to Know. Catch you next time, everybody.